Hello, and welcome. Are you ready for a mystery? Today, I'm going to tell you a very special story. A mystery story. But don't worry, this mystery is fun, light, and easy to follow. It's the story of Max, a young man who disappears on the night of the town festival. Everyone is asking, where is Max? Is he lost? Did something happen to him? Or is there a secret no one knows? This story was created for English learners like you. I will speak slowly and clearly. You can listen and enjoy the mystery, or you can practice shadowing, repeating the words with me. Remember, you can pause any time. You can repeat any part as many times as you need. This is your practice, your mystery to solve. So get comfortable, grab a notebook if you want to take notes, and let's solve this mystery together. Are you ready? Then let's begin. The mystery of Max's disappearance. Chapter 1, The Festival Night. My name is Lily. I live in a small town called Riverdale. Riverdale is a quiet, peaceful place. Everyone knows everyone. Nothing exciting ever happens here. Well, nothing exciting happened here. Until the night Max disappeared. Let me tell you what happened. It was the night of the autumn festival. Every year, our town has a big festival in October. There's music, food, games, and dancing. Everyone comes to the festival. It's the biggest event of the year. This year, I went to the festival with my friends. There was my best friend Emma. There was Jake, who works at the bookstore. There was Rosa, who runs the flower shop. And there was Max. Max was Emma's cousin. He had just moved to Riverdale 2 months ago. Max was 22 years old. He was tall, friendly, and always smiling. Everyone liked Max. He worked at the town library. He loved books and helping people. The festival started at 6 o'clock in the evening. The town square was decorated with orange and yellow lights. There were food stalls selling hot dogs, popcorn, and apple cider. A band was playing music on a small stage. People were dancing and laughing. It was a beautiful night. "This is amazing," Max said excitedly. "I love festivals," Emma smiled. "I'm glad you came to Riverdale, Max," she said. "Me too," Max agreed. We ate food, played games, and danced. Everything was perfect, until 8 o'clock. That's when things got strange. Max got a phone call. He looked at his phone and his face changed. He looked worried. Is everything okay? I asked. Max put his phone in his pocket. Yeah, he said quickly. Everything's fine. I just need to do something. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Where are you going? Emma asked. I need to check something at the library, Max said. The library, Jake said. But it's closed now. I know, Max said. But I left something important there. I have the key. I'll be really quick. Before we could say anything else, Max walked away. He disappeared into the crowd. We waited for him. 10 minutes passed. Then 20 minutes, then 30 minutes. Max didn't come back. Emma started to look worried. Where is he? She said. Maybe he got distracted, Rosa suggested. You know how Max is. He probably started reading a book. We laughed a little. That sounded like Max. But then an hour passed, and Max still didn't come back. Now we were all worried. Something's wrong, Emma said. We should go look for him. So we left the festival. We walked to the library. It was only a 5-minute walk from the town square. The library was dark. All the lights were off. The door was locked. Max, Emma called out. No answer. And maybe he went home, Jake suggested. So we walked to Max's apartment. He lived above the bookstore where Jake worked. We knocked on the door. No answer. Jake had a spare key to the building. He opened the door. We went upstairs to Max's apartment. The door was unlocked. That was strange. Max always locked his door. We went inside. Max, I called out. The apartment was empty. Max wasn't there, but something was wrong. The apartment looked messy. Books were scattered on the floor. A chair was knocked over. Papers were everywhere. This isn't normal, Emma whispered. Max is very organized. He would never leave his apartment like this. We looked around carefully. Then Rosa found something. Look, she said. She was holding a piece of paper. It was a note, written in Max's handwriting. The note said, "I know the truth now. I have to fix this. Don't worry about me." We looked at each other. What truth? Fix what? What was Max talking about? And most importantly, where was Max? That's when I realized something. Max hadn't just left the festival. Max had disappeared. And we needed to find out why. Chapter 2. The clues begin. The next morning, we met at Emma's house. None of us had slept well. We were all worried about Max. "We should call the police," Emma said. "And tell them what?" Jake asked. "That Max left the festival and didn't come back. He's an adult. He can go wherever he wants." "But the note," Rosa said. "The note is strange. I know the truth now." "What truth?" I thought about it carefully. "Let's think about what we know," I said. Max got a phone call at the festival. After the call, he looked worried. He said he needed to check something at the library, but he never came back. And his apartment was messy, like he was looking for something. "So the question is," Emma said slowly, "what was Max looking for, and who called him? Can we check his phone?" Rosa asked. "No," Emma said sadly. "And Max had his phone with him. He must still have it wherever he is." We sat in silence, thinking. Then I had an idea. "The library?" I said. Max said he needed to check something at the library. Maybe there's a clue there. "But the library is closed on Sundays," Jake reminded us. "And it won't open until tomorrow morning." "I work at the library sometimes," I said. "Helping with the computers. I have a key." So we decided to go to the library. We walked there together. The streets were quiet. Most people were still at home, resting after the festival. I unlocked the library door. We went inside. The library was dark and silent. It felt strange being there when it was closed. "What are we looking for?" Rosa whispered. "I don't know," I admitted. "Anything unusual? Anything that might tell us where Max went?" We split up and looked around. Emma checked Max's desk. He had a small desk in the corner where he worked. Jake looked at the computer system. Rosa checked the reading rooms. And I looked at the book return area. After 10 minutes, Emma called out, "Guys! I found something." We rushed over to Max's desk. Emma was holding a folder. "And this was hidden under some papers," she said. She opened the folder. Inside were newspaper clippings. Old newspaper articles from 20 years ago. "Why would Max have these?" Jake asked. I read the headlines. "Local man disappears after town celebration. Mystery continues. Where is Thomas Reed? Family offers reward for information." "Wait," Rosa said slowly. "Thomas Reed. That name sounds familiar." Emma's eyes went wide. "And Thomas Reed was my uncle," she said quietly. "He disappeared 20 years ago, before I was born. My mom doesn't like to talk about it." We all looked at each other. why Max was researching your uncle's disappearance, I asked. But why? Emma said. Why would Max care about something that happened 20 years ago? I looked at the articles more carefully. Then I saw something interesting. Look at this, I said. I pointed to one of the articles. There was a photo of Thomas Reed. He was standing in front of the library. The same library we were in right now. And next to Thomas in the photo was another man. A man I recognized. That's Mr. Peterson, Jake said, surprised. Mr. Peterson owned the old bookstore in town. The bookstore that was now closed. Mr. Peterson had retired 5 years ago. He was very old now, maybe 75 years old. Why is Mr. Peterson in this photo? Rosa wondered. I read the caption under the photo. Thomas Reed, left, and Harold Peterson, right, at the Riverdale Library fundraiser, 2003. So they knew each other, Emma said. Thomas and Mr. Peterson were friends, or at least they worked together on something. Maybe Mr. Peterson knows something, I suggested. Maybe Max went to talk to him. We should visit Mr. Peterson, Emma decided. So we left the library. We locked the door carefully behind us. And we walked to Mr. Peterson's house. It was time to get some answers. Chapter 3. Mr. Peterson's story, Mr. Peterson lived in a small house on the edge of town. The house was old but well kept. There were flowers in the garden. A cat was sleeping on the front porch. We knocked on the door. After a moment, Mr. Peterson opened it. He was a thin old man with white hair and kind eyes. He wore glasses and a cardigan sweater. Hello, children, he said with a gentle smile. What can I do for you, Mr. Peterson? Emma said politely. We're looking for my cousin, Max. He works at the library. Have you seen him, Mr. Peterson's smile faded. He looked worried. Max, he said quietly. Yes, I saw him. He came here last night. Last night, I said. What time? Around 9 o'clock, Mr. Peterson said. He seemed upset. Very upset. What did he want? Jake asked. Mr. Peterson hesitated. Perhaps you should come inside, he said. We followed him into his house. The living room was cozy. There were books everywhere. Old photographs on the walls. A fireplace with a gentle fire. We sat down on the sofa. Mr. Peterson sat in his armchair. His cat jumped onto his lap. Max came to ask me about Thomas Reed, Mr. Peterson began. Emma leaned forward. "And my uncle?" she said. "Yes." Peterson nodded sadly. "Your uncle was a good man. A very good man." "What happened to him?" Emma asked. Nobody in my family talks about it, Mr. Peterson sighed. "Thomas disappeared 20 years ago," he said. "It was during the autumn festival. Just like last night, we all felt a chill. Thomas and I were friends, Mr. Peterson continued. And we both loved books. We wanted to save the old library building. The town wanted to tear it down and build a parking lot. Thomas and I fought to save it." "Did you save it?" Rosa asked. "Yes," Mr. Peterson said. "But it cost Thomas everything." "What do you mean?" I asked. Mr. Peterson looked at the fire. "There was a man named Victor Crane," he said. Victor was a developer. He wanted to buy the library building. He offered the town a lot of money. Thomas discovered that Victor was planning something illegal. Victor wanted to buy the land cheap, then sell it for much more money. He was going to cheat the town. Thomas had proof. Mr. Peterson continued. Documents that showed Victor's plan. Thomas was going to show the proof to the town council. But then Thomas disappeared the night before the town council meeting, and the proof disappeared with him. We sat in shocked silence. "Do you think Victor Crane hurt my uncle?" Emma whispered. Mr. Peterson looked sad. "I don't know," he admitted. "The police investigated, but they never found Thomas. They never found the documents either. Victor denied everything. Without proof, they couldn't arrest him. Victor sold the library building to the town. Then he left Riverdale. Nobody has seen him since." "And what does this have to do with Max?" Jake asked. Mr. Peterson reached for a piece of paper on the table. "Max found something," he said. Max was organizing old books in the library storage room. He found a book that belonged to Thomas. Inside the book was a note that Thomas had written. The note said where Thomas hid the documents. "Where?" Emma asked urgently. Mr. Peterson handed her the paper. On it was written, "Behind the angel's wings, beneath the evening star." We looked at each other, confused. "What does that mean?" Rosa asked. "I don't know," Mr. Peterson said. Neither did Max. But Max was determined to find out. He said he wanted to solve the mystery. He wanted to find the truth about what happened to Thomas. "When did Max leave?" I asked. "Around 9:30. Mr. Peterson said. He said he had an idea where to look. He said he would be careful. And then he left. That was the last time I saw him. Emma stood up. Her face was determined. We have to find Max, she said. And we have to solve this riddle. Behind the angel's wings, beneath the evening star, there has to be a meaning. We thanked Mr. Peterson and left his house. We had more questions than answers. But at least now we knew what Max was doing. He was trying to solve a 20-year-old mystery. And somewhere out there, he had found something. Something important. Something that made him disappear. We had to find him before it was too late. Then the story continues with chapters 4 to 10, maintaining beginner-friendly language, building suspense, and leading to a satisfying conclusion where they solve both mysteries and find Max safe. Chapter 4, Decoding the Riddle. We stood outside Mr. Peterson's house. We were all thinking about the riddle. Behind the angel's wings, beneath the evening star. What did it mean? Let's think logically, I said. An angel's wings. Where would we see an angel in Riverdale? Rosa's eyes lit up. The church, she said. And there's a big angel statue at St. Mary's Church. That's right, Emma said excitedly. I remember seeing it. The angel has huge wings, and Mary's Church was the oldest building in Riverdale. It was built over 100 years ago. It was beautiful, with tall windows and a bell tower. But what about beneath the evening star? Jake asked. I thought about it. And maybe there's a star carved somewhere, I suggested. Near the angel statue? There's only one way to find out, Emma said. Let's go to the church. We walked quickly through town. It was Sunday afternoon. The streets were getting busier now. People were out shopping and walking their dogs. Nobody knew we were solving a mystery. We reached St. Mary's Church. It stood on a small hill. The angel statue was in the church garden. The statue was made of white stone. It showed an angel with large wings spread wide. The angel was looking down, as if watching over something. Okay, I said. And let's look around the statue. Look for anything that mentions a star. We searched carefully. We looked at the base of the statue. We looked at the angel's feet. We looked at the wings. Then Jake made a discovery. Hey! Look at this. We rushed over. Jake was pointing at something on the ground. Behind the statue, hidden in the grass, was a small stone marker. It was old and covered with moss. Rosa cleaned the moss away with her hands. Carved into the stone was a star, a 5-pointed star. And under the star were words, "Here lies the evening star, forever watching." "This is it," Emma said. This is what the riddle meant. "But what do we do now?" I asked. "Do we dig here?" "Wait," Jake said. We look at the star more carefully. We looked. The star wasn't just carved into the stone. The center of the star was actually a small hole. "It's a keyhole," Jake whispered. We all stared at the tiny hole. "Thomas hid something here," Emma said. "And something that needs a key to open." "But where's the key?" Rosa asked. I thought back to everything we learned. Max had found Thomas's note in a book. Max had figured out the riddle. Max had come here. "Max must have found the key," I said. "That's why he's not here anymore. He opened this and took whatever was inside." "But where did he go after that?" Emma asked. Then I remembered something. "The note in Max's apartment," I said. And it said, "I know the truth now. I have to fix this." What if Max found the documents? The documents that prove Victor Crane was doing something illegal. And what if Max went to find Victor Crane? Jake said slowly. We all looked at each other with worry. "But Mr. Peterson said Victor left Riverdale 20 years ago," Rosa said. "Nobody knows where he is." "Maybe Max found out where Victor is," Emma suggested. "But how do we find Max if we don't know where Victor is?" I asked. We sat on the grass, thinking. We felt stuck. We had solved the riddle, but we were no closer to finding Max. Then Emma's phone rang. She looked at the screen. Her face went pale. "It's Max," she whispered. "Max is calling me." We all crowded around. Emma answered the phone. "Max? Max, where are you?" We could hear Max's voice, but it was hard to understand. The connection was bad. "Emma, I'm okay, but I need help. Where are you?" Emma asked urgently. "I'm at the old mill," the line crackled. "Victor Crane, he's here." "The documents." Then the phone went dead. Emma tried to call back, no answer. "The old mill," I said. "He said he's at the old mill." "The Riverside Mill?" Jake asked. "But that place has been abandoned for years." The Riverside Mill was an old factory building. It used to make paper many years ago. but it closed down when I was little. Now it just sat there, empty and forgotten. It was on the other side of town, near the river. "We have to go there," Emma said. "We have to help Max." "Should we call the police?" Rosa asked. "What do we tell them?" I said. "That Max called and mentioned Victor Crane? The police don't even know Victor did anything wrong. They might not believe us." Emma stood up. "And we're wasting time," she said. "Max needs us. Let's go." So we ran. We ran through town, past the shops and houses. We ran down the road that led to the river. We ran until we could see the old mill. It was a large, dark building. Most of the windows were broken. The walls were covered with vines and graffiti. It looked scary and abandoned. But we didn't stop, because Max was inside. And we were going to find him. Now for Chapter 5, The Old Mill. We stood in front of the old mill. The building looked even scarier up close. The front door was hanging open. The rusty hinges creaked in the wind. "Are we really going in there?" Rosa whispered. "We have to," Emma said bravely. "For Max." I took a deep breath. "Stay together," I said. "And be quiet. We don't know who else might be in there." We walked through the front door. Inside, the mill was dark and dusty. Light came through the broken windows, making strange shadows. Old machinery sat silent and rusty. Papers and trash were scattered on the floor. "Max!" Emma called out softly. "Max, are you here?" No answer. We walked carefully through the building. The floor creaked under our feet. Water dripped from somewhere. Everything smelled old and damp. We checked the first floor, empty. We found stairs leading to the second floor. The stairs looked old and dangerous, but we climbed them carefully. On the second floor, we found more empty rooms. Old offices with broken furniture. A large room that used to be where the machines were. "This place is huge," Jake whispered. "Max could be anywhere." Then we heard something. Voices coming from somewhere above us. "There's a third floor," I said quietly. We found another staircase. This one was even more dangerous. Some steps were missing. But we climbed very carefully. At the top, there was a long hallway. Doors on both sides. And at the end of the hall, light was coming from under one door. That's where the voices were coming from. We walked quietly toward the door. As we got closer, we could hear what they were saying. One voice was Max. "You can't hide the truth forever," Max was saying. "A people deserve to know what you did." Then another voice spoke. An older man's voice, harsh and angry. "The truth?" The man laughed. "Unner, the truth is that I won. Thomas Reed tried to stop me, but he failed. And now you're trying to do the same thing, but you'll fail too." My heart was pounding. That must be Victor Crane. He was really here. And Max was in trouble. Emma looked at me. "We need to help him," she mouthed silently. I nodded. But what could we do? There were 4 of us, but we were just kids. Well, young adults. And Victor Crane sounded dangerous. Then I had an idea. I took out my phone. I texted the police. "Emergency at Riverside Mill. Man holding someone against their will. Come quick," I showed the others. They nodded. Now we just had to wait for the police. And hope they came fast. But then we heard something that made us act immediately. Victor Crane's voice, cold and threatening. "I dealt with Thomas Reed 20 years ago, and I can deal with you the same way," Emma gasped. "He hurt my uncle," she whispered. He admitted it. We couldn't wait anymore. Max was in real danger. I looked at the others. "We need a distraction," I said quietly. "Something to make Victor come out here. Then Max can escape." Rosa looked around. She picked up an old piece of metal pipe from the floor. "I have an idea," she said. She walked to the other end of the hallway. She threw the pipe down the staircase. It made a huge, crashing noise. Bang! Clang! Crash! Immediately, the door opened. Victor Crane came out. He was a tall man, maybe 60 years old. He had gray hair and wore an expensive suit. But his face looked mean and angry. "Who's there?" he shouted. He walked toward the stairs, away from Max. This was our chance. We rushed into the room. Max was sitting in a chair. His hands were tied with rope. "Emma," he said with relief. "Guys." "How did you find me?" "No time," Emma said.
"Jake was already untying Max's hands."
"We need to get out of here," I said. Before Victor comes back." Max stood up, rubbing his wrists. "The documents," he said. "I found them. They're in that box." He pointed to a metal box on the table. Emma grabbed it. Then we heard footsteps. Victor was coming back. "Run!" I shouted. We ran out of the room, down the hallway. To the stairs. Behind us, Victor was yelling. Stop. You can't escape! We ran down the stairs as fast as we could. Down to the second floor. Down to the first floor, toward the front door. Almost there, almost free. Then Victor appeared. He had gone down a different staircase. Now he was blocking the front door. "You're not going anywhere," he said. He looked angry and desperate. We stopped. We were trapped. Victor started walking toward us. But then we heard the most beautiful sound. Sirens, police sirens, getting closer and closer. Victor heard them too. His face changed. He looked scared now. The police cars pulled up outside. Officers rushed in. Police! Nobody move, Victor raised his hands. He knew it was over. The police arrested Victor Crane. They put handcuffs on him. They read him his rights. One officer took the metal box from Emma. "Is this evidence?" he asked. "Yes," Max said. "And those documents prove that Victor Crane stole money from Riverdale 20 years ago. And they prove he made Thomas Reed disappear." The officer nodded seriously. "We'll need statements from all of you," he said. "But first, is everyone okay?" We all nodded. We were okay, more than okay. We were safe. Max was safe. And the mystery was finally going to be solved. Dororo Chapter 6, The Truth Comes Out. We sat in the police station. Each of us gave our statement. We told the police everything. About Max's disappearance, about Thomas Reed, about finding the riddle and the hidden documents, about Victor Crane. The police listened carefully. They took notes. They asked questions. After several hours, the police chief came to talk to us. Her name was Chief Rodriguez. She was a kind-looking woman with short, dark hair. "You kids did something very brave today," she said. "But also very dangerous. You should have called us earlier." "I know," I said. "We're sorry. But Max needed help." Chief Rodriguez nodded. "I understand," she said. "And because of you, we can finally solve a 20-year-old case." "What was in the documents?" Emma asked. "Can you tell us?" Chief Rodriguez sat down. "Thomas Reed discovered that Victor Crane was stealing from the town," she explained. "Yet Victor was supposed to buy the old library building for $100,000. But Victor had a secret plan. He was going to pretend to buy it for $100,000. But really, he was going to pay much less. Then he would sell the land to another company for $1 million. He would keep all the extra money. That's fraud, she continued. That's illegal. Thomas found proof of this plan. He was going to show it to the town council. But Victor found out. What did Victor do to my uncle? Emma asked quietly. Chief Rodriguez looked sad. According to Victor's confession, she said gently, Victor paid Thomas money to leave town and never come back. Victor threatened Thomas. He said if Thomas stayed, something bad would happen to his family. So Thomas took the money and disappeared. He's been living in another state this whole time, under a different name. Emma's eyes filled with tears. He's alive, she whispered. Yes, Chief Rodriguez said with a smile. He's alive, and we're contacting him right now. He'll be able to come home soon. Emma started crying. But they were happy tears. Her uncle was alive. After 20 years, he could finally come home. Rosa hugged Emma. We all felt so happy and relieved. What will happen to Victor Crane? Jake asked. He'll go to prison, Chief Rodriguez said. For fraud, for threatening Thomas, and for what he did to Max today. He'll be in jail for a very long time. Good, Max said firmly. Chief Rodriguez stood up. You can all go home now, she said. Your parents are waiting outside. They've been very worried. We walked out of the police station. Our parents were there. My mom hugged me tight. Don't ever scare me like that again, she said. But she was smiling. Emma's mom was there too. Chief Rodriguez had already told her about Thomas. She was crying and laughing at the same time. That night, the whole town heard the news. Max was safe. Victor Crane was arrested. And Thomas Reed was alive. It was the biggest news Riverdale had ever had. Even bigger than the festival. Tucker, Chapter 7, Reunion. 3 days later, something wonderful happened. Thomas Reed came home. The whole town gathered at the train station. Everyone wanted to see him. Emma stood with her mother at the front of the crowd. They were both nervous and excited. The train arrived. The doors opened. And Thomas Reed stepped out. He was 50 years old now. He had gray hair and a beard. He looked different from the photos. But his eyes were the same, kind and gentle. Mom! Emma's mother cried. She ran forward. Thomas saw her and smiled. They hugged for a long time. Everyone watching had tears in their eyes. Then Thomas saw Emma. "You must be Emma," he said softly. "I've missed so much of your life. I'm so sorry." Emma hugged him. "You're here now," she said. "That's what matters." Later, we all met at Emma's house. Thomas wanted to thank us personally. "You solved a mystery that I couldn't solve," Thomas said. "And you brought the truth to light. And you brought me home. How can I ever thank you?" "Just be happy," Max said. "That's enough, thanks," Thomas smiled. "I heard you're working at the library," he said to Max. "I used to work there too." "I know," Max said. "That's actually how this whole thing started. I found your note in an old book." "You're a detective now," Thomas laughed. Just like Sherlock Holmes, we all laughed. Mr. Peterson was there too. Thomas and Mr. Peterson hugged each other. They were old friends reunited after 20 years. "I never gave up hope," Mr. Peterson said. "I always believed you'd come back someday." "And I did," Thomas said. Thanks to these amazing young people. The evening was filled with stories and laughter. Thomas told us about his life in hiding. He had lived in California, working as a teacher. He had wanted to come home so many times. But he was afraid of Victor Crane. Afraid of putting his family in danger. "But now it's over," Emma's mother said. "Victor is in prison. You're safe. You can stay home. I'm never leaving again," Thomas promised. Leisure, Chapter 8. Back to normal life in Riverdale slowly returned to normal. But it was a better normal. Thomas Reed reopened Mr. Peterson's old bookstore. He and Mr. Peterson became business partners. The bookstore was popular again. Everyone wanted to visit and hear Thomas's stories. Max continued working at the library. But now he also taught a class on local history. He was kind of famous in Riverdale. The young man who solved the 20-year-old mystery. Emma started writing a book about everything that happened. She wanted to tell the whole story. Rosa's flower shop became even more successful. Everyone wanted flowers from one of the heroes. Jake was happy at the bookstore. Now he worked with both Mr. Peterson and Thomas. He loved being surrounded by books and stories. And me, I went back to school. But I also started a blog about mysteries. Small mysteries around town. Missing cats, strange noises, mysterious letters. Nothing as big as Max's disappearance, but still fun to solve. 1 month after everything happened, we all met at the cafe. The same cafe where we used to meet before the mystery. Can you believe it's been a month? Rosa asked. It feels like it just happened yesterday, Jake said. And also like it was years ago, I added. Max smiled. And I'm sorry I worried everyone, he said. But I'm glad it happened, because now justice is served, and Thomas is home, and we all became better friends. We became a team, Emma agreed. We raised our coffee cups. And to the mystery team, Rosa said. To the mystery team, we all echoed. We clinked our cups together, and we laughed. Because we knew that even though this mystery was solved, life would bring more adventures. Maybe not mysteries. Maybe just regular adventures. But we would face them together, as friends, as a team. Chapter 9, The Newspaper Article. The next week, the Riverdale Gazette published a big article. The headline read, Young Heroes Solve 20-Year-Old Mystery. The article told the whole story. About Max's disappearance. About our investigation. About finding Thomas. About arresting Victor Crane. There were photos of all of us. And a photo of Thomas back in Riverdale. My mom bought 10 copies of the newspaper. She was so proud. All our parents were proud. Even though they also said we should have called the police sooner. And we agreed. We learned an important lesson. Being brave is good. But being smart is important too. And asking for help isn't weakness. It's wisdom. The article ended with a quote from Chief Rodriguez. These young people showed courage, teamwork, and determination. They remind us that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they work together. I read that quote over and over. It made me feel proud. Not proud like we were better than anyone, but proud that we did something good. Something that helped people. That week, the town had a special celebration. They called it Heroes Day. The mayor gave us certificates of appreciation. There was a ceremony at Town Hall. Everyone came. The mayor made a speech. Today we honor 5 young people who made our town a better place, she said. Lily, Emma, Jake, Rosa, and Max. You showed us that truth and justice matter, that mysteries can be solved, and that ordinary citizens can make a difference. Thank you. Everyone clapped. We stood on the stage, feeling a bit embarrassed, but also happy. After the ceremony, people came up to us. They shook our hands. They thanked us. They took photos with us. An old lady came up to me. "Thank you for not giving up," she said. My husband was friends with Thomas. He was sad for 20 years, but now he's happy again because Thomas came home. That made me realize something important. Our actions didn't just help Thomas and Emma. They helped the whole community. They helped everyone who had wondered about Thomas. Everyone who had missed him. Everyone who wanted the truth. That night, I wrote in my journal, "Today I learned that solving mysteries isn't just about finding answers. It's about helping people. It's about making things right. And it's about never giving up on the truth, even when it's hard." Chapter 10. New Beginnings. 6 months passed. Winter came to Riverdale. Snow covered the town in white. The town square had ice skating now. Christmas lights decorated all the streets. Everything looked magical. Thomas's bookstore was doing great. It had become the heart of the community. People came not just to buy books, but to talk and share stories. Thomas started a weekly book club and a children's story hour. The bookstore felt warm and welcoming. Emma finished writing her book. It was called The Mystery of the Missing Truth. Thomas's bookstore was going to sell it. All the money would go to help the library. Because that's where everything started. Max got promoted at the library. He was now the assistant director. He was in charge of the historical archives. He loved preserving old documents and photos, making sure history wasn't forgotten. Rosa's flower shop expanded. She hired 2 helpers. Business was booming. She said solving the mystery was good luck. Jake started taking night classes. He wanted to become a teacher. He wanted to teach literature and history. Thomas was his mentor, and me. I decided to study journalism in college. I wanted to tell true stories. Stories about real people doing good things. I wanted to shine light on truth, just like we did with Max's mystery. One snowy evening, we all met at the bookstore. Thomas made hot chocolate for everyone. We sat around the fireplace. "I was thinking," Thomas said, "about how strange life is. 20 years ago, I thought my life was over. I had to leave everything I loved. I thought I'd never come home. But look at us now. I'm home. I have my family. I have friends. I have this wonderful bookstore. Sometimes the worst things lead to the best things." Emma smiled. "If you hadn't disappeared," she said, "Max wouldn't have found the mystery. We wouldn't have solved it. We wouldn't have become such good friends. Everything happens for a reason, Rosa said. Maybe, I said thoughtfully. Or maybe we make the reasons. We chose to look for Max. We chose to solve the mystery. We chose to not give up. That's what made the difference. Max nodded. Lily's right, he said. And we had a choice. We could have done nothing. We could have waited for someone else to solve it. But we didn't. We acted. And that's what heroes do, Jake added. Not because they're special, but because they choose to help. Thomas raised his cup of hot chocolate. To choices, he said. To bravery, Emma added. To friendship, Rosa said. To truth, Max contributed. To new beginnings, Jake finished. To all of those things, I said. We clinked our cups together. Outside, snow was falling softly. Inside, we were warm and happy. The mystery was solved. The truth was revealed. Justice was served, and we were together. Sometimes I think about that night at the festival. When Max disappeared, when everything changed. If I could go back, would I change anything? Would I want Max to not disappear? Would I want to avoid all the danger and worry? No, because that mystery taught us so much. It taught us about courage, about friendship, about never giving up, about fighting for truth. Those are lessons we'll carry forever. And that's worth everything. As I left the bookstore that evening, I looked back. Through the window, I could see my friends laughing. Thomas was telling a story. Emma was writing in her notebook. Rosa was arranging flowers on the counter. Jake was stacking books. Max was making more hot chocolate. This was my community. These were my people. And this was home. The mystery of Max's disappearance was solved. But our story was just beginning. The end.